the circuit attorney's office, St. Louis Public Schools, probation and parole, and our social service agency. Because violent crime is everyone's problem. We know that there's nothing new about directing resources strictly to law enforcement. What is new is directing those resources to our city departments as well. No one's born a criminal. Deep generational poverty, poor education options, unemployment, underemployment, all contribute to violent crime. If you add into that easy access to guns, low wages, poor health care outcomes, and the result is a 911 call. I welcome the Highway Patrol's help on our interstates. There's way too much speed, way too many guns, and way too much drugs on our highways. You all listen to the news. There's been a lot of gunfire, a number of shootings on our highways over the last year or so. Years ago, the Highway Patrol stopped patrolling the highways in the city of St. Louis. I don't really know why that is. No one seems to remember back that far. But we really don't care what the reason is. In the first week of my administration, I spoke with the governor's office about how to have California Highway Patrol. Quite honestly, it was the governor's office who brought up the topic. After all, St. Louisans are all state taxpayers too. The problems we have with crime are not going to be solved overnight. We didn't get here overnight. It'll take focused, committed actions from all corners of our city and our region and our state to make an impact. I'm glad to say today that the state has taken a seat at the table in a very major way. Thank you to the state, thank you to the governor for being here with us today. Thank you to all of you who are here today.
I'll try to get you out a better
in
view.
order to put out the word here. Thank you especially to the men and women in uniform here. And if I could just take one point of personal privilege, it's hot out here. Check on your neighbors. Check on the people who may not have air conditioning or who may not be running their air conditioner. It's really important that they do that. Heat can kill, so check on your neighbors. It's now my honor to introduce Ann Presythe, who's the state's Director of Corrections. Thank you all for your attention.
Thank you, Mayor. As a member of the Governor's Cabinet, I'm honored to stand here along with my fellow Cabinet members, as together we represent one of the Governor's most important initiatives, and that's collaboration. The most important initiatives require joint effort, not only between state and local officials, but also across department lines. I stand here today with my fellow Cabinet members from Department of Mental Health, Department of Health and Senior Services, Department of Social Services, and also from DPS. Together we support each other and we support every community across the state. So we're proud to be a part of this initiative as well. Thank you.
Today is my honor and a privilege to introduce to you the governor of our great state of Missouri. I had the opportunity to meet Governor Greitens a few months ago when there was a meeting of pastors in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. A friend of mine, Bishop Ronnie Webb, is the pastor. The words he spoke then, he spoke with passion, with great conviction, and a commitment to make a change in our state.
Yeah, but he did tell the truth.
And a few weeks ago, we had a chance to meet the governor in the governor's mansion with other faith-based leaders, with other law officials, about the fact that first we have a safer state and a safer city of St. Louis, with a program called Bridge the Gap.
Should a lot of pastors.
Therefore, at this time, it is my honor to introduce to you the governor of our state, the Honorable Governor Eric Greitens.
This past Saturday night at 10:30 p.m., the city of St. Louis, a man was driving home from the local store. There were other passengers in the car with them, and all of them heard what sounded to them like fireworks. They didn't know what had happened until they saw the man slump over the steering wheel. He'd been shot in the head. And he wasn't the only one. This past weekend, 5 people were gunned down in the city of St. Louis. There were 10 shootings in the course of 48 hours.
Y'all bringing us the
Now,
gun.
this is what happened just over the weekend. This is what happened just over the weekend. But it's been going on for as long as many of us can remember. It's gone on so long, in fact, that too often these just sound like mind-numbing statistics. They sound like numbers and noise. We hear the news of the latest robbery or shooting, we just change the channel or turn down the radio. What should sicken us too often barely registers. Is too often considered routine. And violence like this doesn't just happen in one neighborhood or one corner of St. Louis. It affects all of us. It affected my family.
But I'm dying
You
though.
know, a few months ago, my wife Sheena was robbed at gunpoint. Now, we were lucky. No one was hurt. What we experienced, though, was nothing compared to children who grow up with crime as a common part of their lives and their days.
No education, no job.
Too many neighborhoods
Where the
where
jobs
good
at?
people have to go inside before the sun sets because it's too dangerous
That's not
when
how
the sun
it is.
goes down.
Keep your word,
What
Governor.
crime does is crime tears communities
Keep your
apart.
word, Governor.
Neighbors fear to help each other, and businesses have to close early.
No, they don't. You
People from
close.
out of town, some of them are afraid to move to the city. People from the
Where
neighborhood
the jobs
are
at?
oftentimes afraid to come down to enjoy a meal or even to enjoy a ball game. Now, for too long,
Are you
for too
afraid?
long, people have talked about this problem.
Are you afraid of North St.
And they
Louis?
talk, and they talk,
Afraid?
and they talk, and they talk. Well, you know what? The time for talk is over. Today we come together to talk. The choice before us is clear. We can accept things as they are, or we can resolve together to take action. And today we're coming together to take action. And it's not just those who lost their lives to gunfire.
Ain't nothing
It's
funny.
also
What's
people
funny?
who had to deal with trauma. Too many people in the state of Missouri have been shouted down. Too many people in the state of Missouri have not had their voices heard. Too many people in a time of political discord have not been heard. You know, there are teachers who have to explain to her
Pay
class
teachers more,
that
not
there's another
police.
empty seat in the
Pay the
classroom.
teachers more.
It's the grandmother,
Why
it's
you
the
cut
grandmother who has
education?
to explain to her
I'm
grandson
talking about teachers.
why
If
he
you
has
gonna
to
cut
sit in
education,
the bathtub at night.
Why you cutting
It's the
education?
pastor who has to find the right words to speak at another child's funeral.
You
And
don't know
for too
that
long,
thing.
those voices have been ignored and abandoned and shouted down. But today, we are here to declare that the days of ignoring this problem are done. We are rolling out our sleeves to take strong action today. We are bringing together unprecedented state, federal, and city resources to create peace in our community.
What about the sheriff's
Our
office?
Special Operations Unit of the Missouri State Highway Patrol began working last night, and they will continue to assist local law enforcement to suppress violent crime on our highways. Now, I was riding with these men and women. Every one of them volunteered.
Right through the
And in their
6th
first night alone, they had dozens of felony arrests, drug stops, and took drunk drivers off of the streets. The state of Missouri is also deploying a special team of police officers to find and shut down locations that sell illegal drugs to kids.
Y'all selling it to
We're bringing
us.
in specialized drug interdiction assets to track down drug dealers and violent felons. Now, for the first time, the state of Missouri is also going to be joining the FBI and the DEA's Mission Save Task
They don't even
Force.
have it that
Now, this is a task force which is focused on reducing violent crime by targeting the most violent offenders. It's a model that has reduced violence in major American cities, and we're proud to join our federal and
Massive
local partners in this
corporations.
effort.
What jobs? What jobs, man?
Yet for too long, we've been led to believe that the work of building police belongs to police and police alone. But this effort needs more than law enforcement. It needs more than law enforcement, and that's why all of our state leaders will be engaged in this mission. You heard from Ann Presythe, the director of our Department of Corrections.
Close the
We're removing
workhouse.
450 convicted criminals from the streets and ensuring that when they re-enter society, we'll be in a safe and productive way. When someone comes out of prison, they should have a skill and a path to a job.
Where they gonna work? Give them the skill with no job.
Will
It's
begin
getting
training
louder.
local school leaders to recognize the effect on children of abuse at home and violence in their communities. Now, a lot of people, they want to shout and they want to yell about solutions. And what we're doing is we're putting Department of Social Service workers in schools to work with children and to work with
We don't
communities
want
that are survivors
racist
of
cops in
violence.
our schools.
The Department of Mental Health
We don't
is
want
going to be
racist
working
cops in
closely
our
with law
schools.
enforcement to
We don't
provide
want cop
tactics,
killers in our
training,
schools.
and procedures to help us to de-escalate situations and avoid violence whenever possible.
What about Von Derek
The
Meyer?
Department of Social
about
Services
Carlos
will
Ball?
also begin working with a coalition of
What
faith
about Von
leaders
Derek Meyer?
to connect members
What about
of the
Carlos
clergy
Ball?
with the resources that they need to help their congregations and their communities. And that's why I am so proud that I have so many leaders of the clergy who are here today. Reverend Ken McCoy, Reverend Bishop Webb, Bishop Larry Jones.
Sell out preachers.
And as all of these clergy leaders
Sell
will
out
tell you,
preachers.
this has to be a partnership. This has to be a partnership. And that's why this morning we met with leaders of the business community. And it's why this afternoon we're having a dinner organized by Bishop Jones
Pork
with
chop
mothers
preachers.
of children
Get 'em
who
mistaken,
are
they'll do
victims of
whatever you
violence. Why do we do this? Because
Yeah,
everybody
whatever
has a
Whitney
role to play.
wrote.
Because we need to hear the perspective
They're
of
gonna
law
be done with you,
enforcement, and we
boy.
also need to hear the perspective of a mom
They're gonna be
who's
done
lost a
with you,
child
boy.
to
You gotta
violence.
come back.
Because we need the perspective of clergy, and we also need the perspective of our business community. We need our charities, and we need our leaders in government. What we are doing is bringing people together to solve this problem. Now, the problems that have developed over the course of decades aren't going to be fixed in one summer.